Good evening, Facebook. Good evening, Facebook. Again, I have to check my sound to make sure that you guys are hearing me. All right, so my sound is nice. Tonight we have Dr. George. He's going to come on and talk about his new book, DisQualified. And if I'm not mistaken, it is the survival of divorce and remarriage. We're just waiting for him to come in and join me. But while we're waiting for that, I want to welcome myself back. I haven't been on for a couple weeks. I took a break for 2 weeks, and then everything that's going on with the coronavirus, we just had decided to take a couple weeks back. But we had already set up this interview with Dr. George, and we did not want to just keep postponing things because of what's going on. I think sometimes we have to direct our attention somewhere else to get beyond and past what we're going through. And this may be something that'll help you out. I know that a lot of schools are out, parents are on Facebook saying April 15th is a long time for our kids to be out of school. I'm saying the same thing, but them our kids, man. We got to keep our kids. And it's crazy. You're like saying April 15th and then turn around again June 2nd. So it's like we are going to be keeping our kids for almost 3 months. So we should see what the teachers feel every day now because the kids, they're a handful. During the summertime, we send them up to summer camp. We send them to any type of recreation, and they keep them still between 7 and 4. So we don't spend that entire day. At this point, we don't have a choice. So some of us is staying home with our kids from early morning till late at night, and they are driving us crazy. I think personally, we should be showing the schools and the teacher system so much love because I had a young lady tell me, she said, "Oh my God, I'm trying to homeschool my daughter and she's driving me crazy." And I'm asking her, she's like, I wanted to suspend her the first day. But can you imagine that it's only one of them? I got one child. So can you imagine that if you have one child, one teacher, but if you got 30 students and one teacher, oh man, so I just want to show some love to all the teachers out there that we love what you do and we really appreciate you. We really do because dealing with our children, um, those many days, it'll drive us crazy. So we want to say thank you and we appreciate y'all for taking them out of our hands for 8 hours out the day, giving them back us to us at night to feed them and send them to bed, and then y'all get them the next day. So, again, I see a lot of parents saying, "Oh my God, April 15th," and then turn around June 15th. And then the process is kids eat a lot. It just, they go through some oodles and noodles and cereal. So the financial burden of just having your children home all day, it is crazy. It is crazy, but I want to send a shout out to Palm Beach County, Broward, and Dade County schools that are providing lunches for the kids. I know this morning my daughter called and said, "Hey, my gammy drove me to the school, and they gave them raisins and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and they gave them grilled cheese, and they gave them milk, and they gave them cereal." So we want to send a shout out that it takes a wealth of burden off of us as parents to be able um, to basically have the school to provide food. So I want to thank y'all so much for that. So listen, I have the men of the hour here. We're not going to prolong the time. I know everybody's shopping and everybody's trying to get things and everything's going on, but we could not let this interview pass us by. So, Doctor,
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So listen, I wanna welcome you to my platform. It is Hot Topics, and tonight we're doing the book club with you to talk about your new book, which is I think is if I'm not is disqualified,
Yes,
and it's speaking on marriage and divorce and remarriage.
absolutely, absolutely.
So this is absolutely a hot topic because a lot of people they want information on. the marriage and the remarriage because of divorce and remarriage because a lot of people are going through that, but they're kind of dragging their feet because I know a long time ago someone told me, well, if you get a divorce and you remarry, you sin it. I'm like, wait a minute. So
Right,
maybe you can
right.
break some of those things down tonight and tell us how we came up with the book. What's the backstory?
Abs- Absolutely. Just I want to say first and foremost, thank you for having me on your platform. It's been a long time coming. I know that we've been working on this for some time, but definitely God's timing is always the best timing. This actual book has been an issue that I've personally dealt with myself. I've witnessed family members deal with it, friends, loved ones, you name it. And for many years, just like yourself, we've always been told, hey, listen, no matter the circumstance, if you remarry, you are living in a lifestyle of adultery.
Right.
Um, and of course, when it hit home, I definitely didn't know what I was going to do. In my case, I felt like I was exonerated for the decision I made to divorce. I was in a place where I was nearly imprisoned, and we all know how the system works, especially when you're considering an individual who accuses you of something and you're a black male. You don't know how you're going to get acquitted from that, but God's grace allowed me the opportunity to get exonerated from that possible imprisonment or time in jail. Furthermore, it was just an issue also that I felt like tormented me because I was active in ministry and I was involved in a ministry that stood with the concept or the belief that if you do remarry, that you are living in the lifestyle of adultery, which prohibits you from being active in the forefront of the ministry. So I've dealt with it from different angles, different corners. I then got to a place where I started consulting people. I started consulting ministers who were both biased and unbiased about the situation. And of course, everybody had their point of views. And then I did my personal research with the Word of God. And not only with the Word of God, I did secular research to understand why people divorce, what occurs after the divorce, what transpires in a person's mind. It occurred in my life, but it occurred some time ago. So I had to relive the moment, if that makes sense. And I had to put myself in the position of me, my ex-spouse, put myself in the position of my children who were involved with this in the situation during that time, my family, both parents at that time who were supportive, but still had a lot of challenges during that time. So it really brought forth a lot of questions as far as my salvation, my faith, and what I was able to do. So what I did was I actually put up a post to basically see how it would work. And the post that I put up, I stated, I asked a question about a real life situation, a good friend of mine who actually was abused by her husband. He hit her so bad that her mouth was wired shut for over 6 weeks. And after that occurred, um, a lot of people from the church in her background told her she can't divorce him. They would have to kind of reconcile. And the abuse went on for some time. The gentleman, you name it, what occurred in their personal life occurred. And so she hit a crossroad when, she hit her wits' end when after the physical abuse. So I posed a question on social media asking folks, what would they recommend for this individual in a case like that? And to be empathetic, because oftentimes we respond based on what we were taught, but we're not thinking things from a real standpoint, from a cohesive standpoint that is honest. And to my surprise, in today's age, someone replied she has no grounds to divorce. So I immediately started asking questions. They said, except if it was adultery, she cannot divorce. So I asked the questions about the paradigm shift in time. What do we call adultery after a while? Is adultery just sexual affairs? So I began to put some things together. And when I did that, after a while, I was able to put, I was in the final stages of writing the book, and I was able to add some things. I interviewed some folks who actually went through divorce. We discussed how supportive or unsupportive the church was during that period. So this topic is really complex. It's not only for an individual who's been married, divorced, but it's also for an individual who's single, who's inquiring about a real relationship, an individual who is inquiring about marriage, who's inquiring about, as you mentioned earlier, I'm in a place where I'm stuck and I'm not sure if I should be there because I have children involved. Should I stay? But what we don't understand, or what we fail to understand, is that when we do stay in these dysfunctional environments, it affects the children anyway. So at the end of the
Right.
day, I was able to, by the grace of God, put together a few things, and I wanted to make sure that the book was not a long book, because I know our generation today is not really they're not really really into reading so much. We don't have a generation that are avid readers,
That's
but
right.
I wanted to make it have enough substance where it can get the point across and people can get good results.
Right. And I see that you're now at 2,500 sold.
We've passed that, thank God. By the grace of God, we even passed that. God is good. God has been good to us.
So the book is doing really well. And it's basically, I actually ordered my book and I
Thank
haven't got it. I guess Amazon now is not sending
Yeah.
out stuff and it's been crazy. And I said,
Right.
okay. So we get so much. And I ordered it before. And then one of my cousins took it because I ordered so many books coming to the house and so much stuff. So she said, oh, I took the book. And I was like, I need the book. She's like, okay. So I think, did I see you say you go on audio? Because audio is like what I do. I love to,
I definitely have an audio done.
okay.
Because of a lot of things, because I'm also a part-time adjunct professor and I work full-time. Not to make that an excuse, and maintaining a lot of other, juggling a lot of other things. The To be honest, before the release, the recording was done.
Oof.
So it's a matter of getting everything put together. So I'm posing the urgency now with my team. So we're definitely planning on releasing the audiobook very soon. That's going to
Yeah.
be released as well, because a lot of us are audio, book driven, especially if you're one who likes to walk or if you like to do certain activities. And while doing these activities, listening to some books, that's definitely now going to be an option for us.
Yeah, because people say, "Did you read that book?" I said, "No, I listened." It's like that's you're lazy. I say you have to understand the attention span of a person.
Right,
They said the attention span is just really not there without visual. But I
right,
can't sit and read a book. I just being honest. I'm transparent. But if you give it to me in audio, man, I can sit all day long and do what I'm doing and redo this, and I can listen in my ear and recite it
right,
back to
right,
you.
right,
So
right.
that's what I'm waiting on you. I got the book to support, but I want the
Thank you so much.
audio so I can listen. So
Definitely, and
let's
that will be coming out very soon. We're definitely, and when that does come out, I'll let you know pronto, so you are aware, and because we do have quite a few viewers, supporters who do want the audio option, so they can order that for sure.
all right. So we're not going to hold you long because we try to keep it short because of the attention span of people. But I want to, I know that you
Especially with
are
what's going
also
on.
listen. A lot of stuff going on right now. Everybody like they trying to watch the news, and this is
Right,
super.
right,
This is Super Tuesday, so everybody's probably tuned in to see who the winner
right.
is. But just quick. So you're author, you're a pastor, you're a singer.
Yeah, that's what they say. I'm a singer. I try to juggle. I try to hang with the big guys here and there. But I've been real low key as of late. I would say, unfortunately, after certain decisions that I said I was going to make, I just took the initiative to step down,
Okay.
to work on me, to work on certain things that I wanted to do. My license isn't revoked, of course. I still actively mentor a lot of people. I don't work behind the pulpit per se, but the pulpit is carried with me wherever I go. So I do a lot of life coaching. I'm actually also a career coach as well. So by the grace of God, we still are able to help a lot of people. We actually have other programs and movements that we're planning on implementing. Unfortunately, the coronavirus kind of put us at a standstill because we had an event coming the 28th of March for higher ed students to prepare prepare students from middle school and up for college. No matter where you are in life, to prepare you for college.
Wow.
Foster kids, adult students, dropouts, you name it. Veterans, we definitely have other programs that we're working on as well. So the DisQualifed brand is my personal brand. I do have a team that works with me, and we also have under my website, which is drgeorgefabre.com. drgeorgefabre.com. We'll be selling merchandise as well. We'll be posting that. We'll be reposting the merchandise as well, and also the link
Okay.
is there to purchase the book. In addition to that, that's where we're going to also be providing information as well about the program I just mentioned.
All right. So the website is your actual name, right?
Yes, drgeorgefabre.com.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go into the singing part now. The first time I saw you sing was at Singing Pastors, and every now and then, I have to share that video. I think I got to go in and share it tonight as well because that was hey, I, that was the most energy I've ever seen.
God is
That
good.
energy, and they were like, he's saying it in Creole. That's Creole. And it's like to say it was just so cool. And that's the first time I think I have ever kind of heard songs in Creole and
Right.
your choir. They were like, oh, so so I
We
think that.
love the Lord.
And I think that was one of the best moments. They asked us about the moments. I spoke on you and I spoke on the power outage. But the two
Thank
best
you.
moments of that was when you ministered. So
Glory to God.
we do share that every now and then
Thank you.
on our pages. And we do thank you so much. Now, I did see a couple people with shirts on. How do I get a shirt?
If you go to my website,
Okay.
I'll be posting the shirts back up. I was just speaking with my PR just a moment ago prior to this call, so we probably will post the shirts back up between tonight and Friday.
Okay.
Back on the website where we can order it because we have a fitness brand as well that we'll be launching very soon. It's going to be epic. So we do believe God is allowing us the opportunity, as long as we have breath, to make some moves. So we just want to be as effective as possible with this
Right.
movement, with the DisQualifed brand. So last week we were at Bishop Salivia, who was also at Singing Pastors. We were at her church. She had a marriage counseling movement that was phenomenal. A great turnout, and they were really appreciative and really supportive. There's one thing we spoke about, and she also mentioned it that night, is the impact and power of supporting one another. And it was one thing that really took a toll on me, because I know for some time that support from me was always major. You have to support people, but it's like and I'm sure you can attest to this. It's now when you're on the other side of the spectrum and you need support, it's a lot different. To
Hmm.
see like how difficult and how much it is of a challenge it is for people to actually support you. I'm not complaining. Thank God, God's been gracious to us, and we're grateful. But I just feel like we just have to do more things to support each other,
Yes.
and that's very imperative. And that's why I wanted to also say to you again, that I'm really thankful that you opened this platform for me to share this moment with you, because oftentimes we don't know the impact we're having on others, and who's listening and who can be blessed from this, beyond just the monetary component. There's just everyone has a life or a struggle of some sort that they just need to hear
Right.
one thing to help them through the rest of their day, or just their life overall. So
Yep. And I'm telling everybody because I am a creator. I say, listen, this is your time now that God is giving you to say, how can I redirect my business? How can I
right,
redirect and relaunch?
right,
Sometimes we look at the bad part about it, but He's given us the opportunity to say, you got all this downtime, all these events are
right,
canceled. How can I go in and redo this
right,
so that we can make it work? So we all stay prayerful and we pray for everybody. But at the
right,
same time, as a business owner, this is
right,
when your mind starts to roll and say, what am I doing that's not right? Or how can I gauge the attention
right.
of other people? So that's
It's
the
funny you say
downtime I'm
that.
using.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because we just put an Insta story post on that yesterday. It wasn't yesterday. about this is not a downtime or a vacation. This is a time for writers to start writing, artists
Hmm.
to start, engaging in their craft, for producers to produce, get inspired,
Right.
entrepreneurs to, build their business, just like you mentioned. So it's definitely an opportunity. I believe that, the illness is definitely a challenging, trying thing, but I do believe God for healing, as you mentioned, protection for all of us, and those who have it for, complete healing, and those of us who don't have it, who are just stuck in our homes, to not view it as us being stuck in our homes, but as an opportunity,
Right.
to advance in something or create something, as you stated. So
Right.
that's very important.
So listen, I'm not gonna hold you long because I know everybody's. I'm looking at the thing in the corners like, oh, this person has it. So I know everybody is basically tuned in and glued to the TV for
Right,
the election. But we want to
right.
get this out. Trust me, videos like this don't go away because we're broadcasting live through YouTube and Facebook at the same time simultaneously. So we're going to continue to keep pushing and posting so that we
Thank,
can let everyone know about Disqualified because this is a very
thank,
good book. Again, I
thank
ordered
you.
it once and it got taken and we ordered it again. So we're just waiting on Amazon now
Thank you so
to
much.
come out. We want to see some support. So I
Thank you.
put your website up so that if anyone wants to go on and purchase the book, as well as purchase your products, is right there for
Thank you
you.
so much. You are God sent, and we appreciate and love you. And definitely, anytime you need me, I'm at your disposal. And any way I can support you from at my capacity, more than willing.
Okay, and we love you too. So listen, we're not
Thank
gonna
you.
hold you long. You have a great night, and thank you once again for supporting us and coming on Hot Topics.
You too. Thank you. Thank you for having me. God bless.
Thank you. Mhm. All right, guys. So listen, I promise y'all wasn't gonna be before you long. Wanna I met this gentleman at Singing Pastors. One of the this listen, I'm gonna share the video. When I get off, I'm gonna find the video and share the video. But I do want you guys to go to the website www dot Dr. George Strawberry, I may say it wrong.com. I want you guys to take a look around, support. This is what it's all about. Because right now, a lot of people are thinking it's a vacation, like he stated. It's not actually a vacation. It's a time for us to regroup and kind of learn more things and research and build our business and our brand. So much love to you. I'm not going to be before you long. Parents of children that are home from school, I am yet praying for you because our kids are a handful. Trust me, we have stories all day. All right. So again, we want to thank you for tuning in. I probably won't be back this week, but we will be back into the pain again. We want to see what's going to happen with the virus. So you want to watch that. I may come back live Thursday just to go over some health tips or just to stay engaged. But we do want to thank Pastor Dr. George for coming on and hanging out with us. Again, I'm out, and we'll see you next time.